out the window. A middle-aged man named Harold inherited a cabin from his late uncle, a reclusive man with a reputation for eccentricity. The cabin, nestled on a hill, featured a large window that overlooked the small, distant town of Blackwood. Harold moved in with his wife, Clara, and their 2 children, Jessica and Tommy. They had hoped to turn the inheritance into a peaceful retreat from their bustling city life. From the moment they arrived, the family noticed peculiar occurrences and heard eerie sounds at night. The wind seemed to whisper secrets through the trees, and shadows danced on the periphery of their vision. The large window, which initially provided a picturesque view, soon became a source of unease. They observed the townspeople going about their daily lives, but it was clear that the town was wary of the house on the hill. One evening, while Harold and Clara were discussing the day's events, a woman appeared outside the large window. She had long, dark hair and wore an old-fashioned dress. Her eyes locked onto Harold's with an intensity that sent chills down his spine. Before he could react, she vanished as suddenly as she had appeared. A few days later, a knock at the door startled the family. Harold opened it to find a young boy in a big red sweater. The boy, who had a noticeable speech impediment, introduced himself as Timmy. I could mow your lawn for you," he stammered, eyes darting nervously to the large window. Harold, sensing the boy's fear, gently asked, "Timmy, do you know anything about the strange lady we sometimes see outside our window? And why are the townspeople afraid of this house?" Timmy hesitated, glancing around before speaking in a hushed tone. "This cabin is haunted. Everyone who lived here ended up dead. I used to mow your uncle's lawn, but I stopped after I mowed over a skull. Your uncle didn't believe the stories. He shot at anyone who came too close." He found himself drawn to the large window. Looking out, he saw Timmy in the town below, being harassed and kicked by some of the townspeople. Harold's heart sank as he watched the boy curl into a ball, trying to protect himself. Determined to help, he made his way down to the town. As he approached, the townspeople dispersed, leaving Timmy lying in the dirt. Harold helped him to his feet. "Why were they doing that to you?" he asked. Timmy, tears streaming down his face, whispered, "They blame me for what happens up there." Back at the cabin, the family decided to uncover the truth about the haunting. They searched the house for any clues left by Harold's uncle. In the basement, they found an old journal filled with ramblings about spirits, dark rituals, and a cursed window that was said to be a portal to the other side. That night, as a storm raged outside, the family gathered in the living room. Thunder roared, and lightning illuminated the large window, revealing the same woman from before. But this time, she was inside the house. Clara screamed as the woman glided towards them, her eyes hollow and her mouth twisted into a grimace. "We have to leave," Clara shouted, but the door wouldn't budge. The windows seemed to seal themselves, trapping the family inside. The woman reached out with a skeletal hand, and as she did, the room plunged into darkness. When Harold awoke, he found himself alone. The cabin was eerily silent. He called out for his family, but there was no response. Panicking, he ran to the large window. The town was gone, replaced by a barren wasteland. Desperate, he pounded on the window, hoping someone, anyone, would hear him. Then he saw them, his family, trapped on the other side of the glass, their faces twisted in horror. The woman appeared behind them, her eyes now blazing with a malevolent light. She placed a finger to her lips, signaling for silence. Harold's scream echoed through the empty cabin as he realized the truth. The window was not just a view to the outside world, but a gateway to a realm of eternal torment. And now, he was its latest prisoner.